Islamic terrorism. Recently, Pope Francis said this about the ISIS atrocities, quote, "In these cases where there is an unjust aggression, I can only say that it is licit to stop the unjust aggressor. I underscore the verb stop. I'm not saying bomb or make war, just stop." Joining us now from Long Island, New York, Father Bill Bersati, the pastor of Our Lady of the Miraculous Medal Catholic Church. And here in the studio, Father Jonathan Martin, Fox News analyst and author of the brand new book just out today, The Way of Serenity. So I'm trying to link up serenity and ISIS, Father. I'm having a hard time here. So I want to deal with the real world. Turn the other cheek is the Christian doctrine. You can't really turn the other cheek when you don't even have a cheek attached to your body. These people are beheading innocent people. So what was the Pope trying to say?
Well, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? We know who Jesus is. Let me give you an example. If I'm in my house, my mother is there next to me, and an unjust aggressor walks in,
yes.
In other words, somebody who's trying to kill my mother or trying to kill me and is going after my mother, what the Pope is saying is not only do you have a right, but you have a responsibility to stop that person. And unfortunately, when there's an unjust aggressor who's going in with a knife, say, for example, you can't just talk that person down. You stop them with the least amount of force necessary in order to keep them from doing a very bad thing.
So it's a self-defense doctrine, but this is a bit more because now we are taking the fight to these ISIS.
No, it's self-defense.
It's self-defense even if we're on the offense.
Absolutely, because they are an unjust aggressor that is an imminent threat to either ourselves or to an innocent person.
Right.
We do not want war, but when it's happening right now, Christians and non-Christians who are being killed by terrible, nasty people, we have not only a right, but a responsibility to stop them in whatever way is necessary.
Do you see it that way, Father Bersati?
No, I see it from a different perspective. I would, come at it from the fundamental presumption would be against war, coming for the Christian tradition and papal documents. And what the Pope is saying is not a change from the traditional, even going back to Pope John the 23rd. And the statements of popes in the numerous wars.
All right, but you have to deal with this ISIS threat because they are executing, as Father Martin rightly said, both Christians and non-Christian. Father Morris.
They put it wrong on the...
Do they really? I don't know. It's dumb, delirious sign. But Father Bersati, as Father Morris said, rightly, these people are murderers and they're killing people and they're not going to stop. So the Pope says they have to be stopped. And you interpret that as being what?
Well, they can be stopped, but nations, he also specifically said it can't be just one nation. This is not just something for the United States to do, even though the United States very much by our war in Iraq, have created the circumstances within which ISIS has
so not just the United States, but say the United States and Australia and Britain go after them. You okay with that?
It should. Not. But also, he said not. He says, I say to stop, but he's not condoning
do you have
bombing
any plan
or violence.
In your mind, a parishioner comes up to you and says, "What's your plan to stop ISIS?" Do you have any answer at all, Father?
Well, I think that there would be options.
Do you have one thing you can tell me tonight?
Yes.
Go.
ISIS could. We could organize to stop whoever is buying the oil that they're selling.
I don't know if that's going to immediately stop them from attacking. Wait, Father.
Okay, right. I'm getting excited.
So Father Bersati is basically looking at it long range in a philosophical way. You say aggressive. Yes, Father. That's how you came across here, and I gave you a number of minutes to articulate it, and what you came up with was, let's stop the people from buying oil. That was your big one. That's all I can do, Father. Now, Father Morris, you are coming out as a hawk, all right? Do you think Pope Francis would support your position?
I'm not a political hawk at all. In fact, Father Bersati and I agree fundamentally on the most important things in life, okay? But in this case, Pope Francis, who would not be considered a hawk, as a person, has said And this is way before the United States and our president even did anything. He said the international community must stop what's going on
But
here.
he didn't define stop. That
Stop?
was the
Well, how do you
problem.
stop a terrorist?
Hey, look, I know how to stop them, but I can't put words in the Pope's mouth. All right, Father Morris, I'm going to get it for that. His new book is The Way of Serenity, and Father Bassotti, thank you very much.